Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Paranormal News. Tonight's article comes from Ancient Zen, and the headline is "A UFO enthusiast captured a UFO shooting out of the sun that was 5 times larger than our planet." It says it was written by admin, and it was published July 6th, 2022. Numerous otherworldly alien drones are reportedly orbiting the Earth, collecting information and studying human society. They are massive and suggest that the civilizations or beings that made them should have technology that is far superior than our own, because their scale is equivalent to that of planets in the solar system. And below here is a photograph of the object that the gentleman claims is a UFO that is coming out of the sun. At the end of the video, I have a much bigger, much better photograph of it that I'm going to be putting up and we'll be discussing. Due to their size, many academics, experts, and even skeptics refuse to recognize them as human creations because it would be impossible for humans to create such technological wonders. The fact that these items are extremely complex mathematical forms rather than normal Euclidean shapes makes them much more interesting. More recently, a giant rocket-like object suddenly erupts into space at an angle that, as previously stated, has no definite proportions or form. The object appeared to be fixed in the sun's orbit. Even more shockingly, the object's diameter was over 4 times that of our planet. Most ufologists still find these instances to be puzzling. Given that we haven't been able to communicate with people who actually live on our planet, let alone these huge godlike creatures, whose just prospective existence is almost hard for us to grasp. Communication with such an entity is, of course, inexplicable. And that is the end of this article. Now, I want to be putting up on the screen right now the larger photograph of the sun and the object. Now, in this photograph, the object is smaller than the one that we looked at previously. But I wanted you to see the original photograph, what it actually looks like, what this gentleman is claiming is a UFO coming out of the sun. And then what I will do now is I will put up the other photograph that we looked at earlier that's a little bit bigger, a little bit zoomed in, so that you can see a little bit better the object that is coming out. Now, is this a UFO? Well, nobody can know for sure, obviously, but we got to think about the fact that this is the sun we're talking about. Now, any kind of craft would obviously burn up that close to the sun. I mean, I don't know of any type of metal or any type of material that can withstand that high of a temperature without melting. So if this would be a UFO, it would have to be made of something that we have never even heard of before. Something that is unknown, completely unknown to science, because nothing known to science can withstand that kind of temperature and not burn up. We also have to think about the possibility that what we're looking at here is simply just a solar flare. It's just a little bit of solar radiation that's kind of shooting out from the sun. It doesn't necessarily have to be a craft at all. It could be a solar flare. It could be an eruption of some type, of something that has erupted on the surface and made it out into space. Without a more defined photograph, it's hard to say that this is a craft of some sort, because right now all it looks like is just a smudge. It's a line that's a little bit lighter than the surface of the sun. So that would tell you, if what we're looking at is a thermal type imaging, that if it's a little bit lighter, that means that it's going to be a little bit hotter than the surface of the sun. I don't think it's a craft. That's my opinion. Let me know down in the comments section what you guys think. What is your opinion? Do you think that this is a photograph of a UFO leaving the sun? Or do you think that it's simply some sort of solar material that's been expelled from the sun somehow? Whether it's a solar flare or some sort of eruption or something like that. Let me know what you guys think. And as always, thank you for hanging out. And I will catch you on the next one. Until we speak again. Love many, trust few, and do harm to none. God loves you, and so do I. Bye-bye.